Why has nobody been to the moon in such a long time?
That's not an 8-year-old's question. That's my question. I want to know, but I think I know. Because we didn't go there, and that's the way it happened. And if it didn't happen, it's nice to know why it didn't happen. So in the future, if we want to keep doing something, we need to know why something stopped in the past that we wanted to keep it going.
Good.
All right. Start there. That's Buzz Aldrin talking about going to the moon, having a moment of clarity of honesty to a little girl in an innocent interview. Now, check this out. This is good stuff. You're going to want to watch this one. This whole video put together is good stuff. You're going to love this. Just stick with me here.
We'll go to the gentleman waving his hand afterwards.
What was the scariest moment of the journey?
Scariest. It didn't happen. It could have been scary.
Twice.
Circuit breaker.
The circuit breaker in the pen?
Oh, I'm glad somebody helps me.
If you didn't catch that, obviously you said we didn't go. But then his handler in the audience said, circuit breaker. And then the host also said, circuit breaker? Because there was a made-up instance in the Apollo 11 shenanigan where some circuit breaker blew and supposedly flipped the switch. And if it didn't flip back on, they would have died. And, it's kind of like the Apollo 13 thing where, they almost died, but they had some drama to the show. So let's watch this one more time and listen again. The lady in the audience says, circuit breaker. And then the host says, circuit breaker. And then he looks over there and he says, oh, I'm glad I have somebody to help me to kind of straighten him out because he was telling the truth here, saying that we didn't go. So just one more time.
Yes. It didn't happen. It could have been scary. Circuit breaker.
The circuit breaker in the pen?
Oh, I'm glad somebody helps me. We sent the camera down to Neil so he could take my picture getting on down there. But then it was there so we could hook the rock box on there. That's why I got in first, see, so he could be the guy putting the rock box and I would pull it up inside the cabin. And tidy up means get rid of stuff you don't need so you won't be as heavy to lift off. Well, the backpacks were pretty heavy. So we got in, we had to pressurize the cabin, disconnect from the backpack, hook up to the spacecraft system, and then depressurize again and throw the backpacks over. Now, there was a seismometer experiment out there, and the people back in Houston could hear those backpacks hitting the ground.
We'll stop there. So he just said that there's a pulley on the LEM that they hoisted the rocks up the ladder because it was too dangerous to carry them up. That's one thing he said. He also said that they depressurized the cabin twice because it got, for whatever reason, but it gets very cold when they depressurize. And he said that they threw the backpacks on the ground, and Houston, 238,000 miles away, had a seismometer that could detect and read and pick up those those backpacks hitting the ground on the moon. Okay, so let's break this down a little bit and check this out. All right, let's look at the LEM. This is the National Air and Space Museum official site. This is the lunar module design. Okay, it's fancy gadgets on here. Now here is the ladder. You climb up the ladder. Here's the mesa, the platform they stand on. So this is what he's talking about. Egress platform. And there's the hatch they allegedly crawl into. This right here is where they stick the car. Right there, that rover. They put it down here, like you put your car under your RV when you go camping. Okay, stuff is unreal. Okay, look at these thruster chambers over here. Can you see that on the far right? I don't know if you can see my mouse all that well, but on the far right it says thrust chamber assembly cluster. Now we're going to take a little look at all this stuff, but got an antenna up top on the left here, docking lights, tracking light. You know, I'm not seeing anywhere you would put a pulley. So the pulley would have to have an extension to drop down, because you're not going to drag the thing up the side of it, a bunch of rocks. So it would have to have some kind of a mount and extension that comes out, and then a pulley with a rope. He said they had a clothesline there, or a rope to pull it up. So I'm not seeing that on the diagram. So let's see an actual picture of this thing. This is official NASA pictures here. All right, here we go. So let's zoom in, and you can see the platform. And I do not see any rod to hold a pulley. Okay. One thing you'll notice is that the lighting is impossible. These brackets back here are lit up. This up here is lit up. And everything in the background's lit up. And this in here, look how much this is lit up. And the shadow, so it has to be something casting a shadow from right to left to cast this shadow here. And he's completely lit up here on and up. This is the brightest on the bottom. So that means that the light source would have to be the sun is coming from underneath him, which is, just not going to happen. So it's phony. That alone proves it. So let's get out of here. Here is NASA. Here's the actual LEM photos. So again, I'm going to show you zoomed in. But I just want to show you, this comes directly from the NASA site. I just took a screenshot of this so we can zoom it in. This thing is just classic. All right, check this out. Look at the sheet metal work. Like, any sheet metal workers would be so proud. Look, they put one rivet on each panel. They're all bent. Look at the gaps here. They got one rivet here, one rivet here. Okay. Oh, here's the thrusters, right? This keeps the thing from going any direction. So they just, Michael Collins is the one flying this thing, so he'll just shoot some air out and then keep that thing going precisely the right direction. Look at these panels up here; they're all bent, and this is supposed to hold the pressure of absolute vacuum. You ever put a Pepsi can, shake it up, going up a hill, a mountain, and it pops? Yeah, that's nothing compared to the difference of pressure that this thing would be under. Not to mention the difference of temperature. It's supposed to be negative 250 to like positive 235 or something. So what they do to protect them from the heat is they put these trash bags over it. They take these Glad trash bags and they put it over the top, and they wrap it around with some masking tape around the legs here. See, they put some masking tape around there, and that's what helps to protect this thing from the heat. It's very high tech. People talk about how could it land and not have any depressions, no dust on these platforms, which is extremely valid. Okay, this whole thing's a joke. That's just so funny. All right, so you got that. Oh, what's this? Is this like just straight tinfoil? Look at this. Got some crinkled up tinfoil. I mean, they honestly have to think that people are so dumb, or maybe that they would never have any kind of high definition device to be able to zoom in on this, but here it is, man. This is directly from NASA.com. Okay, so you got that. Look at this. Look at this. I mean, if this is literally a tweaker shelter. I mean, I live in California. I see this on the side of the road all the time. All the time. Just a bunch of trash, stacked up, and it's just amazing. Look at the work here. See, they use the Glad trash bags. This might be construction paper. I don't know. Maybe they bedazzled it with some sequins, right? So Beyonce would be proud of this thing. This thing's all dented. Look at this thing right here. Look at this. Yeah, buddy. There's a rivet. There's a rivet. There's a giant gaping hole. There's a giant gaping hole. This thing is extremely high-tech and airtight. And, you got to imagine, negative 250 degrees. It's going to get chilly. Better turn that heater on. Okay. All right. Oh, there's the antenna. So they can get the radio station. Get a little talk radio on there. Yeah. Okay. Keep going here. Now check this out. Here is a good one. This is, again, the National Air and Space Museum official site. This is the Neil Armstrong spacesuit. Okay. So this is what they use. It's literally a zipper suit. Look at this zipper. Okay. This is, you can see there's a zipper with a big rubber middle and then a zipper. And this is a 1969. So this is a 1969 crappy old zipper. And this is what they say kept them airtight. Okay. And I'm not kidding about this. This is Ed Mitchell's actual suit from Apollo 14. Okay. This is a 3D. This is 3D. This is the zipper. All the way down. That's how they got in it. And then it comes around and back up around their crotch. So this is how they got in this thing. So this zipper, as they bent over and twisted sideways and picked up rocks and played golf and in and out of the rover, this zipper was the only thing keeping them airtight. Does any sound-minded person believe that a 3 or 4 foot long bending zipper, stretching, twisting zipper is going to be airtight? Do you think that you could put a zipper on a bag of Doritos and bring it up to 10,000 feet, and do you think it's going to hold air? Okay. All right, so let's see. I had here we go. Okay. Creating a seal. How do you create a seal on how do you create an airtight seal on a zipper? The zipper enclosures on Armstrong's spacesuit actually consist of 3 layers. 2 brass zippers sandwich a rubber layer. Zipper, rubber, zipper. When pressurized from the inside of the spacesuit, the rubber expands and create a seal between the 2 zippers. Isn't that ingenious? Okay. Wow. That is just, just amazing. All right, so I'm going to show you one more thing. I encourage you to show this to your buddy who thinks the moon landing is real. Okay, look at this. Here is a nice lady hand stitching, and if you look at go to the National Air Museum website yourself, look up Neil Armstrong zipper suit. and you'll find the National Air Museum website that I just showed you, or to go back and you can see it, and you'll see it. And they clearly describe how all of this is hand stitched. They use about 6 or 7 layers of cloth, and they hand stitched it. So these spacesuits have literally over 1,000 holes, probably tens of thousands of holes in them. There's zero chance that this would be airtight because of the stitching and because of the 4-foot zipper. So you got that. So I just love this stuff. But so last thing, let's see, I just want to show you this one more time, because this is the boy. He's getting old. And what he's doing is he is literally coming out. He's tired of lying about it, and he's beginning to say the truth. And it's time that we listen. This is the second time in the last year or two that he outright says it. And this is at Oxford University. This is no joke. You know, this is Oxford. You know, these are Oxford students. You know, I don't know. It blows my mind that they could. But you have to watch this. I'll try to link the description. This whole interview is about an hour long, and just listen to the nonsense that he spills. So, anyways, show this video to your buddy or your mom or your dad or your friend or your daughter or your uncle or whoever, and and just say, okay, you believe the moon landing's real, and this is just the tip of the iceberg. And you find out the moon landing's not real, and then you start really looking, and you find out there's a whole lot of things out there that you've been lied to about. So one more time, and I'll cut this off.
Moment of the journey.
Scariest. It didn't happen. It could have been scary. Circuit breaker.
Circuit breaker? All right. Well, take it easy. I'm going to cut out, and see you soon. Thank you for watching. I appreciate if you're responding. I love the comments. If you have anything to add, please add it. I think a lot of people enjoy the comments. I love the comments. Helps me to discover new things myself. And we're all on this journey together. All I'm trying to do here is to share this information to bring out the truth and just stop participating in the lies to create a better future for our children and our next generation. So take care. I love you. Seriously. Let's do this together, and let's make a good world. You know, life is good. Enjoy it. And, you know, let's live by the truth, and let's do this the right way. So take care.